Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Astrology News Report, an alternate view of world events as seen through the lens of Vedic astrology, presented by yours truly, Ron Berger. Today is August 28th, 2016. So let's take a look at the week that was and how the planets' patterns in the zodiac matched up with the past week's events. Mars and Saturn have been together in Scorpio for the past few weeks. Last week, the two were exactly conjunct in the middle of the sign, creating a powerful malefic force. The two planets have diametrically opposing energies. Mars, the planet of action and aggression. Saturn, the planet of restriction and delay. The result is a lot of tension and stress. This can manifest on the physical level as a natural forces event, and indeed it did. Early Wednesday morning, at 3:36 a.m. local time, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake hit central Italy. The quake lasted half a minute and destroyed most of the small ancient town of Amatrice located at the epicenter. Over 290 souls lost their lives and hundreds of others were injured. A few hours later, on the other side of the world, another earthquake of about 6.8 magnitude shook central Myanmar. In a jolt so strong, it rattled residents as far away as Bangkok and Calcutta. The quake destroyed scores of ancient Buddhist temples and shrines, especially pagodas, in the famed city of Bagan. But as compared to the Italy quake, the Myanmar quake was deeper in the earth, so the shaking was not as violent, and the death toll much, much less. Meanwhile, in India, the monsoon season has delivered an extreme level of rain, resulting in flooding that has displaced hundreds of thousands of people and killed over 300. In the human realm, at its worst, this Mars-Saturn combination is given to merciless, ruthless action. Mars plus Saturn in Scorpio is an indicator of punishment. On the same day as the Italy earthquake, Turkey sent its army across the border into Syria to clear out ISIS as well as Kurds raising hell in the border towns. The invasion of its neighbor is a drastic escalation of the Mideast situation. The assumption is that this is a vengeance attack in response to recent ISIS suicide bombings in Turkey. Mars is the planet of vengeance. Rodrigo Duterte, the new president of the Philippines, campaigned as a tough-on-crime candidate, threatening death for drug dealers. Under the new president, things in the Philippines are getting out of hand. Over 1,800 people have been killed in extrajudicial killings. Meanwhile, the bombing of hospitals continues in Syria. Why bomb hospitals? If you want to cause the people rebelling against you to lose hope, bomb the neighborhood hospital. Such is the reasoning of Bashar al-Assad. And how have the planets been treating the candidates for the U.S. presidential election? Donald Trump's campaign has gone through some changes lately, including ditching his head man, Paul Manafort, who, it turned out, has had some shady dealings with Putin and company. Manafort got replaced by Stephen Bannon, a rather suspect character previously known for heading up the extreme right-wing website known as Breitbart News. Along with him, Trump brought on Republican pollster Kellyanne Conway as new campaign manager. His new handlers immediately started having an effect, putting words of apology and conciliation into his mouth as Trump read from prepared remarks on a teleprompter. So all this leads to the media tongues wagging over whether Trump is finally changing his ways and adjusting to the demands of the general election. This has been dubbed the Trump pivot or the Trump softening. The triple conjunction of planets in Virgo gives some clue where this energy is coming from. In Donald Trump's chart, Virgo is his second house, the house of personal finance, speech, and values. And in this sector of his chart, he has his natal Jupiter and natal Neptune. Jupiter up in the heavens, now transiting in Virgo since August 11th. Jupiter is the energy of increase and represents beliefs, morals, and ethics. Mercury joined in on August 19th, and Venus entered Virgo on August 25th. Jupiter is the planet of conciliation. Mercury is explanations. Venus is harmony and agreement. But is this really a new Donald? Last Monday, Trump gave a speech where he doubled down on his belief that all Muslims coming into this country have to go through the process of extreme vetting. In other words, really being closely examined before being allowed in. We have to remember that Jupiter is the planet of increase, and when transiting in the second house of values, especially when augmenting his natal Jupiter, planet of morals, and his natal Neptune, planet of fantasies, we are sure to get more of what the real Donald really believes. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time I have for this week, and so we'll have to end it here. But thanks for visiting astrologynewsreport.com, and you can keep up with daily updates on Twitter by following me at Astro News Report.